Welcome to the main event. We're here at Rice Stadium where the Stallions are going to play their second home game against the Orlando Apollos, the #1 team in the Alliance, on primetime this Saturday night. It will also signal the first time the two legendary coaches, Dennis Erickson and Steve Spurrier, go head-to-head, and the first time Spurrier has ever coached a game in the state of Utah. The Sunshine State squad better be ready to meet in the snowy, cold Salt Lake City where the Stallions are coming off of a win, beating the former #1 team in the Western Conference, the Arizona Hotshots. For this Stallions and Apollos matchup, the Stallions offense will be playing against an aggressive 3-4 defense with a tall linebacking core. Josh Woodrum will have to avoid Earl Okine, their tallest linebacker at 6'7", and a speed rusher off of the edge, and linebacker Andrew Anka, who had a big game last week against the Memphis Express with 5 tackles, a sack, and 2 QB hurries. The Stallions defense will be going up against the #1 offense in the Alliance. Apollos quarterback Garrett Gilbert, who is #1 in passing yardage, is complemented with Charles Johnson, who is #1 in receiving yards, and Dearness Johnson, who is #3 in rushing yardage. But fans can expect to see Gilbert challenged by sack leader Carter Schultz and tackle leader Greer Martini. With the threat of weather and the high altitude at the Stallions' home stadium, the Apollos may be challenged physically and be forced to run the ball rather than pass. The Apollos will have a challenge getting past the Stallions' physical defensive line, who is #1 in the league in run defense with only allowing an average of 87 yards per game in their first 3 games. This game may be the most anticipated game of the season thus far, so for those who can't be there to pack the stadium to cheer on the hometown team, make sure to watch on NFL Network at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Next, we talked to Ron Zook, former Green Bay Packers special teams coordinator and now Stallions' new position coach. You're coming from the Green Bay Packers, and tell us how it was being with them.
Well, it was a great experience. I was there 5 years. Obviously, coaching is being around guys and getting them to play the way you want them to play, but it's just a lot of fun. It's a great opportunity, and I'm excited to be here.
And how did you find out about this opportunity with Stallions?
Randy Mueller called me and asked me what I was doing, and I told him I had to, well, let me check my schedule. And I was available, and he asked me if I was interested. I said absolutely. So I had an opportunity to come out here, and I'm looking forward to it. So in the 2 days I've been here, it's been a lot of fun.
Good. And so Randy, our GM, how do you know him?
Well, we were together. I was the defense coordinator in New Orleans Saints when Randy was a general manager of the New Orleans Saints, and so we've kind of stayed in contact. And Randy's a guy who I know is going to, he's going to get players and does a great job, with the organization and so forth. So you want to be around with good people, and you want to be around a program that's on the rise.
And so this Saturday we're facing the Orlando Apollos, and Steve Spurrier is the head coach, and we know that you coached under him at Florida. So are you ready for this friendly competition?
Well, I don't know if I'm ready for it. Obviously I've only been here 2 days, and I'm in the catch-up mode. But no, I know a lot of guys on that staff. I worked with a lot of guys on that staff, but they've done a good job, and this will be a great challenge for our football team. And what I've seen, these guys are excited about it.
Next, we talked to wide receiver De'Mornay Pierson-El, who scored a touchdown in a Week 3 win, and about seeing Cornhusker fans in the crowd. We're here with wide receiver De'Mornay Pierson-El. So we just won against the Arizona Hotshots. What was it like getting that first win at home and with the team?
It was much needed. It was good to get one for coach. Coming back here and everything, finally being back here. So it felt real good. Just it's a building block. Hopefully we could stack a couple of them back to back.
And you scored a touchdown in the second quarter. So walk us through it.
Lined up. I looked at Josh looked at me, looked at the safety, kind of looked at the dude over me, and inside of that, and the linebacker. As I'm running off, take a peek at the inside linebacker, see if he moves or stays. Come flat, catch the ball, break a tackle, and hopefully go score, which that's what happened.
Did you see any Cornhusker fans in the crowd?
Yeah, I think they had a flag waving, and one of, I think it was behind our bench actually, and I got to meet up with them after the game, so I said something to them. So, the Red Nation, they travel, so it's not the first time, it won't be the last.
And what do you think about the Utah fan base as a whole?
It was good, actually. I was kind of surprised, but I feel like that we got that win here and everything. We made a statement. I feel like each week more people will come. So, I'm anxious to see about it and anxious to get a packed in live stadium. It's a night game, so hopefully, it'll be full and get the thing jumping.
Lastly, we talked to the players about their pregame rituals. Leon, what is your pregame ritual?
Pretty straightforward. Like how far back? Just eat carbs, listen to music, make sure I'm drinking water or Gatorade. Just try to visualize the game before it happens over and over and over again, so get in the rhythm.
Good. Thank you, Leon.
Definitely listening to music, turning up my boys in the locker room. Some music I like to listen to is YG, Ty Dolla $ign, Blueface. That's about it for right now.
My pregame ritual. Warm up and look good. That's about it. For real.
That's enough.
That's enough. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Too sick.
My pregame ritual is to meditate for several hours at a time. Then I listen to smooth jazz all day, nothing else. No interaction with anybody, not even my parents. They're actually really concerned. So,
usually I just try to stay calm, collective, think about what I'm gonna do for the game, and make sure that I'm ready, pretty much. So that's about it.
Well, I'm not one of those people that wear the same underwear every game. I like to catch for like 30 minutes out on the field, just go through like my own little ritual, and then I listen to a lot of J. Cole.
Perfect.
That's about it.
Thank you.
Call my kids and talk to my kids and let my daughter tell me what I need to do.
She's really good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a couple. I always pray before I step foot on the field, before I cross the white lines. And I also, which is kind of weird, I always clean my cleats. So I always want to feel like I'm fresh when I'm touching the grass, even though I'm going to mess it up once I get on the grass. But it's just something I love to do.
I talk to my mom before pregame warm-ups when we're just kind of stretching on our own.
What does she usually tell you?
Mom, we just talk about anything. I don't know. Just talk to her. Done that ever since high school. So
I listen to relaxing music in my locker room before the game.
What kind of relaxing music?
I have no idea.
Like classical?
Just on my playlist, it's called Chillaxis, and whatever's on that playlist.
Before I go out there the first time, I walk out without my shoelaces tied. It's super weird. I go through my workout without any of my shoelaces, and then right before the game, I tie them. That's my thing.
Thanks for watching the main event. Subscribe for new shows every Friday. Go to SaltLakeStallions.com to get your Stallions tickets or call the box office at 385-715-7060.